trick yourself into believing you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like you almost have to like, having faith in yourself and having hope, having faith, that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing is one thing, but you got to believe that this is your destiny and this is what you're supposed to be doing in life, if you really want it, and yeah, that's what I had to do. I told myself at a young age that I was gonna like sacrifice. I always want to constantly evolve, I always want to constantly grow. I never want to get to a point where I feel like I got it figured out, like I always want to like kind of like push myself to be better, and do greater things, no matter what it is.
Do you have aspirations that are more detailed, or are you kind of just wanting to do good?
No, I want to be the best. I'm a competitor. I like to compete. Like growing up with, with the name Michael Jordan. I've always had a certain pressure on myself, and always having to kind of like, prove people wrong, and I just kind of like put an instant chip on my shoulder of wanting to just to be great, and do great things. Yeah, honestly, he's the reason why, I have the self-confidence to go out there and do it, to be perfectly honest. Just like representation is so important, on screen. I think behind the camera also. See somebody my age that's taking the responsibility of, however hundreds of millions of dollars this project is, it's inspiring. It's letting me know that I can do that as well. And then he also, pushed me and told me there's never a perfect time, so just like suck it up and just go ahead and do it.
Nice.
You know what you're doing. So just to hearing that from him definitely pushed me to wanna get behind the camera a lot quicker. Yeah, like my thing is doing the homework. That's always been my thing. If I work harder than anybody else, I might not be the most talented guy, but I feel if I work harder than anybody else, they can't. They can't take that away from me. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I can control. For me, I always enjoy reverse engineering things. I always like seeing something like, all right, I know where I want to go. How do I get there? What's the creative? It was fun for me to find ways to get the things that I wanted. It's not just acting. It's, what goes into becoming an actor. People see the end result. They see the lights. They see the premieres. They see the movies. They don't see the time that you put in by yourself. They don't see the lonely journey. They don't see the auditions that you go in where you hear, no, you're not this, you're not that. They don't see the moments where you're sleeping in your car. They don't see the moments where, you gotta go to 7-Eleven and, dollar item this, dollar item that, You don't, when you gotta go into a gas station, swipe your card, get gas, and then hurry up and go inside a convenience store and try to get, some chips and, a frozen pizza or whatever before it says decline, because, you get that much money in your account.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't see those moments. Yeah. They don't see the, the moments you stay up all night, man, studying these lines, rehearsing, and then you go into an audition and you don't get it again and 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 again, but somehow you still have faith and believe that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So it's like, then when you do get successful, you do get some success, it's now you're getting ridiculed and judged, by everybody. Most of the time your own people, they want to cannibalize you as much as possible. Oh, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this, you're not that, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. It's tough, it's tough, but for the same people that you're trying to uplift, you're trying to do things for, of course, do I want success and nice things and all that good stuff, of course, but at the same time, that's not the motivation. I guess for this one, with all the pieces, to the puzzle on the table, with teaming up with Ryan again, working with Sylvester Stallone, taking on this franchise, to have the legacy of Rocky kind of like just, on my shoulder a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And the essence of time. I knew about this project about 2.5, 3 years ago, so I started training about a year and a half out from actually.
Did you do it secretly?
Started filming, huh?
Did you do it secretly so when you were started?
So when I started training, I was already halfway there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was already halfway there. So about a year and a half of like literally, brown rice, grilled chicken, broccoli, a gallon and a half of water a day, and working out 2-3 times a day, 6 days a week. For about a year and a half, and then your body will change.
Wow.
It will definitely change. And I think as a human, sometimes you feel like you always gotta wait for the right time, what makes sense to you to actually start executing, to actually stop making excuses, to doing the things that you always really wanted to do. And I'm starting to find myself, and I'm guilty of that. I'm starting to find myself now being like, nah, there is no right time to do anything. You just gotta start doing.
I left it all in the room. I'm walking out, hands clean, and just move on to the next thing. It's the only way I can kind of disconnect myself from the audition, from the role, and just forget about it and move on.
You still do that now?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you probably don't have to audition much anymore now.
I'm auditioning a little less, but I don't mind going to like hunt for my food. And I know as one point in time where I really hated it, and then I started to become more confident, and I guess the small successes built up your confidence. And now then you don't really mind going to auditions anymore. It's just like, I'll go and read. I think
I used to run myself into the ground to like pure exhaustion just because then I would feel like, oh, I deserve it. Probably why I go so hard in the gym, go so hard in life. I want to feel the hardships of it.
it's easy to see the good stuff when it's successful, when it happens the right way, you know, like the reward. But very rarely people like really understand like the lows, you know, like how lonely this industry is too. You know, how much time you spend by yourself. You know what I mean? And alone, and you know, when things get bad, it's you know, it could be a lonely place, man. And you got to be a certain type of person, I think, to kind of handle that.
Yeah.
It was like I was at the end of my rope again, and I remember giving my last check of savings ever. You know, I was on like a 7-Eleven diet for the last 6 months, which was like Arizona iced teas, 99 cents, Slurpees, and like the pizzas that are already ready. Like me and my best friend from Chicago, we lived out here. That was our diet for like months. I was on notable shows at the time that people knew who I was. Or like, oh, that's the guy. I mean, did we go to school together? Or I mean, yeah, you look familiar. Like, who's that? Oh, yeah, that's the guy from The Wire or whatever. But that type of notability, you know, doesn't really translate into financial stability. So
What did you do?
Oh man, I mean, go for broke.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I was blessed enough to kind of like, after I got each job, you know, that whatever that check was would last me enough to, you know, where I would doubt and hope and get nervous and be like, oh man, I gotta move back to Jersey, and then I would book something. You know, keep me there for a little bit longer. Like right when I was getting ready to give up, it was always something that kept me there for a little bit longer. So yeah, man, it was tough, but in my head it was like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. I kind of spoke into into existence actually, because I was coming off a Chronicle, and I talked with my agent at the time. I told him, I said, look, I just want to do independent film. I want to just find something for me to show I can go. You know what I mean? I can go with the best of them. Because in my head, you know, you gotta have a confidence that you know that you can. You know, I was 25. You know, I was ready to show. You know, you touch some of yourself. You know, I'm working out a little bit. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to kind of like, you know, get in my big boy pants and show that I can try to carry a film. And you know, actors, like say, we go on this journey from like, you know, role to role and trying to find these moments where you can like make something out of it and make it memorable and make it something that's going to get you your next job. And when the script kind of came along, it was like, it was perfect. What I wanted to do in my life and my career at the time, and what Ryan wanted to do in his life and in his career at the time, just kind of seemed to like mesh and kind of fall into place. And it also helped people, man. I'm really big in the next generation. I feel like that's the only way it's going to get better moving forward, is if, you know, you gotta leave this world in a better place than it was when you came in. You know, I'm born in '87, -- I don't know when I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? But I wanna work on my dash, you know what I'm saying? I wanna work on that time that I'm here. And it's, I feel like I can make it easier for the next round of filmmakers and the next round of actors coming up, you know, and I mean, I'm content with going out on that.
Because you said your father taught you what it was to be a man. What does it mean to you now?
Making choices and standing behind them, making smart choices, sacrificing things, you know, sacrificing yourself for things that are bigger than you. You know, doing the right thing, even when nobody's looking. I'm excited at the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's guaranteed, nothing's set in stone, but just the opportunity to be able to, like, you know, do things that, I mean, you don't. One of my biggest things is like being forgotten, you know, especially after you're gone, you know, when you're not here no more. You know, it's like life moves on, everybody moves on. You want to leave something behind that's like going to be around forever, you know, something that's like, you know, you want to leave a legacy, you know, whether it's,
you know, and do things to help the next gen. Like I said, I really want to open up the doors for, like, you know, young filmmakers and just people in general.